Hi friends, I'm Lydia Carradine. I am melanated, hyphenated, convalescent. Welcome back to my channel. As I have mentioned before, I'm dealing with chronic fatigue syndrome and maybe some other things I'll find out tomorrow at my MRI, multiple MRIs. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, in light of that, I had really grand plans for the content that I was gonna shoot today. So many things were gonna happen, but the fatigue is fatiguing and I don't got it. So instead, I'm going to do something that I planned anyway, but this is just not the order I was gonna do it in, but it's fine. So as I have mentioned before, melanated because, hyphenated because I'm a multi-hyphenate, I'm an actress and a writer. And as someone who's now disabled, I have been paying extra attention, more than usual, to the ways in which disabled people are portrayed and not portrayed and hired or not hired in Hollywood. The statistics are grim, but essentially for actors, I believe it's like 2.3% of the characters with speaking lines shown on screen are disabled, and most of them are played by able-bodied actors. That's a problem. It's not much better for writers or directors. So today, I'm going to talk about 3 programs that are intent on kind of getting artists, performers into places where they can be seen and have opportunities. So these are fellowship programs that are specifically for people with disabilities. The first one I'm going to talk about is the DISRUPTORS Fund Grant Fellowship. The link will be in the description. They focus on writers who are either queer, have a disability, and there's a third component. I believe it's if you have some sort of immigrant status. I went to their website today. I will link that below as well. They said that the applications are going to open up again this May. And so all the details will be there. I'm not sure if they're changing the criteria this year. It's a fairly new program, but that is an opportunity that I know of. I know someone who, I think maybe 2 people who have done it actually. They had a really good experience. So that is, they provide mentorship. They do some sessions with execs, managers, kind of, you know, your standard fellowship stuff. And also in previous sessions, at least, there was a reading of a pilot that you've written in the program. So that is one to check out. The next one I'm going to talk about is the Inevitable Foundation. They have different tiers at which they take in writers. I think they might also have a showrunner program, or at least they try to source showrunners who may have a disability. So that one I've heard really good things about as well. I'll also link them below. Also a fairly new program, but I've heard great stuff. And it is nice to know that people are actually taking the steps to include writers with disabilities. And the third one is specifically for actors. Okay, so there's a caveat. I applied for this last year. I don't know if they're doing it again in this version. It's with Warner Access and Respectability, and they had a writer's boot camp where they were looking for disabled actors, but also, it was like disabled, but also special focus on if you were Middle Eastern and a person of color who wasn't Middle Eastern, I believe. So they have different things listed on their website this year. Their programs sort of rotate, so I'm not sure if they're going to do it again in that iteration. but I will link it. And they also have like their talent search that they do pretty much every year. So anyone can submit to those, but this one was specifically for actors with disabilities. So those are some of the resources that I am aware of. I would highly suggest, if you or someone you know is disabled and wants to maybe pursue a different way in, to just be seen, to get more resources. Also, these programs are great for finding more resources. I would highly suggest checking those out. All of them will be linked below. I'm also going to link an article about a disabled Black woman and her experience in Hollywood working with respectability. And I also have a link for resources, grants mostly, for disabled women. So if any of that is interesting to you or someone you know, please pass it along. Keep the information for yourself. Do what you need to do with it. Like and subscribe to this video, please and thanks. And send me your suggestions for energy. I've been trying to keep my electrolytes up. I might get some mitochondria supplements. I don't know. I'm tired, friends. I'm tired. That's an understatement. Fatigue is different. But I hope some of these resources can help you, and I will see you next time, hopefully for a slightly longer video. I hope you have a lovely day.